15 mind-blowing facts about Argentina, the most unique country in America. Travel documentary. What do you call a country where a glacier grows against climate change, college is free for everyone, and 5 presidents ruled in less than 2 weeks? That's not a fantasy, it's Argentina. This is a place where ice defies global warming, where students chase dreams without drowning in debt, and where politics once spun so fast it made headlines around the world. But beyond the drama and the data, there's a heartbeat here. Fiery, soulful, and unapologetically human. It's in every tango danced on cobblestone streets, every late-night meal shared with friends, every protest chant echoing across city squares. So, are you ready to discover what makes Argentina not just different, but unforgettable? Number 1. Argentina, a country of contrasts. Did you know Argentina could cover all of Europe from Norway to Greece? Now that's what you call massive. With a whopping 2,780,400 square kilometers, Argentina ranks as the 8th largest country on Earth. And it's not just big, it's a country of jaw-dropping contrasts. From Aconcagua, the highest peak in the Western Hemisphere at 6,959 meters, to Laguna del Carbon, one of the planet's lowest points at -105 meters, Argentina's geography is as dramatic as a telenovela. Thanks to the Andes, you get bone-dry deserts in the west and lush, rain-soaked jungles in the east. Talk about weather mood swings. As of 2025, Argentina has around 45.9 million people, with a tiny growth rate of 0.29%, making it one of South America's slowest-growing populations. And here's a twist. Although it's called Argentina, from the Latin argentum, meaning silver, no silver was ever actually found here. Want more paradoxes, extremes, and culture shocks? Keep watching. Argentina's full of them. Number 2. A country that had 5 presidents in just 12 days. Can you imagine a country changing 5 presidents in just 12 days? That's not a Hollywood drama. It's Argentina in December 2001. Amid a crippling economic collapse, millions of Argentinians flooded the streets, chanting, "Que se vayan todos." They all must go. Within less than 2 weeks, 5 leaders came and went, like a carousel of chaos. At least 39 people lost their lives during clashes with police. But from the ashes of the crisis rose stories of resilience. One of them, a Buenos Aires woman named Lucia, who turned her abandoned cafe into a community kitchen, feeding over 100 people daily. She said, "We had nothing, so we shared everything." And here's something inspiring. Argentina made history with 2 powerful female leaders. Isabel Perón became the first woman in the world to assume the presidency through constitutional succession in 1974. Decades later, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner was elected not once, but twice, proving that women in power aren't the exception here, they're part of the story. How does a nation survive such political freefall and still dance the tango with pride? Number 3. A leading economy that's strangely poor. How can a top economy be drowning in poverty? Argentina, where paradox is the norm. With a nominal GDP of $574.2 billion in 2024, Argentina ranks 22nd globally. Sounds powerful, right? Yet, more than half of its people, 52.9%, live below the poverty line. Inflation? Try wrapping your head around 211% in 2023. That's not just high, it's one of the world's worst. Picture this: Argentinians rushing to spend their paychecks the moment they get them, afraid prices will double overnight. Now imagine living with 9 national defaults since 1950. That's nearly 1 every 8 years. Can any other country top that? Unemployment sits at 6.4%, higher than the global average. For a nation rich in culture, natural beauty, and potential, this economic instability is both confusing and heartbreaking. Here's the real question: how does a country so rich in resources keep falling into financial chaos? Shocking, right? Comment: too rich, still poor. If Argentina's paradox blew your mind, stick around. The next fact is just as wild. Number 4. The homeland of stunning women. When people say Argentina is home to natural beauty, they don't just mean the landscapes. From the Andes to the people, Argentine women are globally admired for their striking, graceful charm. Why? It's all in the genes. A rich mix of Italian, Spanish, French, and German heritage creates a look that's both classic and magnetic. Oval faces, high cheekbones, soft curves, and elegant silhouettes. And guess what? They're not just admired, they're crowned. Argentina has earned 1 Miss Universe, 2 Miss World, and 1 Miss International title. Proof that beauty and confidence here go hand in hand. Here's another fascinating detail. Argentina ranks 2nd in the world for plastic surgery, just behind South Korea, with 8.81 procedures per 1,000 people in 2025. But here's the twist: it's not about drastic change. Most procedures aim to highlight what's already there, subtle, sophisticated, and very Argentine. Isn't it amazing how beauty here is more about embracing your essence than chasing perfection? Number 5. Mesmerizing tourist destinations. What if I told you that Argentina is home to a glacier that's still growing while most glaciers around the world are melting? Welcome to Los Glaciares National Park, deep in Patagonia, where the Perito Moreno Glacier, stretching over 30 kilometers long and 74 meters high, continues to defy climate trends. You can actually walk on it with crampons, a surreal, icy adventure you won't forget. Now shift gears to the tropics, Iguazu Falls. Nestled on the border with Brazil, these breathtaking cascades plunge 82 meters and stretch across over 270 waterfalls. It's not just massive, it's UNESCO protected and absolutely jaw-dropping. And for wine lovers, here's your paradise: Mendoza, Argentina's wine capital. With more than 1,000 wineries, this region is the birthplace of Malbec, offering tastings with views of the snow-capped Andes that look straight out of a dream. During my visit to Mendoza, I met a local winemaker named Valentina. Her family vineyard survived economic turmoil by turning wine tasting into storytelling. "Wine is like us Argentinians," she smiled, bold, a little dramatic, but full of heart. So tell me, which of these destinations would you explore first? Ice, waterfalls, or wine? Number 6. Indigenous heritage and Andean culture. Did you know Argentina has over 30 indigenous nations still shaping its soul today? Far beyond the tango and steaks, Argentina's north and northwest pulse with the living heartbeat of the Mapuche, Guarani, Com, and more, each with unique languages and cultural treasures. In this region, you'll find vibrant Andean weaving, music crafted from quena flutes and charango guitars, and traditional dances like chacarera and zamba that tell stories older than the country itself. These aren't just performances, they're echoes of identity. and the spirit, a stunning blend. Imagine locals offering coca leaves and wine to Pachamama, Mother Earth, blending ancient rituals with Catholic traditions. It's a living mosaic of belief. What does it mean when ancient cultures don't just survive, but thrive? Would you ever travel to a place where spiritual ceremonies are part of daily life? Let's talk in the comments, and don't miss more incredible insights in this travel documentary on 15 mind-blowing facts about Argentina. Number 7. Deep family values and year-round celebrations. In Argentina, family isn't just important, it's the heart of everything. From dinner tables to national holidays, everything pulses with connection, tradition, and warmth. Here, it's common for young adults to live with their parents until marriage, not out of obligation, but because family bonds are treasured. Dinner isn't just a meal, it's a sacred gathering, filled with lively conversation, laughter, and usually a good plate of empanadas. Celebrations, they're legendary. The Fiesta Nacional de la Tradición, held every November, dives deep into Argentina's soul, honoring gauchos, horses, music, and centuries-old customs. And during Easter and Christmas, the streets come alive with Catholic processions, folk dances, and all-night open-air feasts under starry skies. Even greetings carry warmth. A hug and one cheek kiss is totally normal, even among strangers. Interestingly, by 2025, there's been a cultural revival among Argentine youth who are proudly reclaiming traditional values in a fast-changing world. Could Argentina's secret to happiness be simply this? Never let go of your roots. Does your family still gather around the dinner table like it means something? Or has that tradition started to fade where you live? If this part reminded you of home, or the kind of home you wish you had, drop a comment that says "Family First" below. We'd love to hear how you celebrate connection. And hey, before we jump into the next incredible fact, take a quick 10 seconds to hit that subscribe button and support ACT Travel Documentary. We're here to bring you more stories that matter, more cultures that inspire, and a whole lot of wanderlust. Let's keep traveling deeper, together. Number 8. Remarkable architecture. Ever seen a metal flower that opens with the sun and goes to sleep at night? Argentina's got one, Floralis generica, a massive steel bloom weighing 18 tons. Built in Buenos Aires by architect Eduardo Catalano, it mimics a real flower using hydraulics and light sensors. As the sun rises, its petals open. At night, they gently close. It cost around 4.5 to 6 million US dollars, and yeah, it's totally worth it. Now imagine music floating through a theater so perfectly designed, you can hear your own breath. That's Teatro Colón. It took nearly 20 years to build, blending genius from Italy, Belgium, and Argentina. Its horseshoe-shaped hall, velvet seats, marble columns, and hardwood details create world-class acoustics across 2,500 seats. No lie, performing here is like winning a Grammy for classical musicians. During a backstage tour, I met Sophia, a young violinist. "This place," she said, "makes every note feel sacred." Here's your challenge. Would you rather watch petals move with the sun, or hear music in a theater where even silence echoes? Number 9. Free public university system. Free college, no catch? Seriously, in Argentina, you can walk into one of Latin America's top universities and pay zero tuition. That's not just for locals, but for international students too. Mind blown. Imagine enrolling at the University of Buenos Aires, studying under world-class professors, walking the same halls as Che Guevara, multiple presidents, and literary icons, without ever worrying about student debt. Sounds like Hogwarts meets real-world socialism? Maybe. But here's the kicker. Despite being tuition-free, UBA maintains elite academic standards, encouraging students to question, challenge, and dream. And it doesn't stop in the classroom. Student activism, art, and politics are baked into campus life. It's not just education, it's revolution with a syllabus. Would you trade Ivy League fees for a backpack and a plane ticket to Argentina? Number 10. Argentina's mouthwatering cuisine. Is there a country that worships beef like Argentina does? Probably not. Food here isn't just about taste, it's a full-blown national identity. In 2024, the average Argentine ate 44.8 kilograms of beef per year. That's love. Historically, it even reached a jaw-dropping 100.8 kilograms per person, a global record. And nothing says Argentina like an asado. Imagine ribs, chorizo, flank steak, and even offal, slow-grilled over open wood flames, served sizzling hot with tangy chimichurri. It's not a meal, it's a ritual. Craving more? Try empanadas, the ultimate comfort snack, half-moon-shaped, baked or fried, filled with beef, egg, olives, cheese, or sweet jam. Each region has its own twist, like salteñas from the north. Spicy, bold, unforgettable. And don't skip dessert. Argentina's gelato rivals Italy's, just creamier and sassier. Flavors like dulce de leche, chocolate amargo, and even Patagonian strawberry make every scoop a celebration. Tell me, which of these would you try first? Already drooling? Drop asado time in the comments if this meat fest hit your soul. Keep watching, because the flavors of Argentina are just one bite of the story. Travel documentary mode, still on. Number 11. Argentina's unique daily rhythm. Ever felt like your daily schedule is too predictable? Argentina flips the clock and says, why not do things our way? Let's start with food, because time means nothing when the steak is this good. Lunch around 2 p.m., not noon. Dinner after 9, and it can last past midnight, filled with long conversations, wine refills, and that magical unhurried vibe only Argentinians seem to master. Then comes the siesta. And no, it's not just a nap. In smaller towns, businesses shut down in the afternoon so people can rest, reset, and reconnect. It's a cultural embrace of balance, especially in a world that praises hustle. Now brace yourself. The real party starts after midnight. In Palermo, Buenos Aires, you'll find yourself dancing at 3 a.m., surrounded by neon lights and locals who treat the dance floor like a second home. You might see spontaneous tango performances in the street, where elegance meets raw passion under open skies. I'll never forget meeting Julian, a bartender in San Telmo. He said, "You haven't really seen Argentina until you've watched the stars fade while music's still playing." Tell me, could you live in a country where days stretch late and nights feel infinite? Number 12. European immigrant influence. What do tango, pizza, and opera have in common? In Argentina, they're all Italian. Well, kind of. Thanks to massive European immigration, especially from Italy and Spain, Argentina doesn't just feel Latin, it feels continental. Start with the way they speak. Argentine Spanish, or Rio Platense, has a distinct Italian rhythm. Locals pronounce L and Y with a Z sound, like treasure. It's Spanish, with flair. Then there's the food. Pasta, pizza, and Milanesa, are as common as steak. Espresso and sweet pastries, absolutely mandatory for any respectable breakfast or late afternoon merienda. Buenos Aires feels like a European capital with a twist. Neoclassical, Art Nouveau, and eclectic buildings line the streets. It's like Paris, Madrid, and Rome took a group trip, then stayed. And don't forget the brainy stuff. Argentina is obsessed with books, philosophy, theater, and intellectual debate. World-class museums and libraries make it a paradise for culture lovers. Here's the question: is Argentina the most European country in the Americas? Number 13. The Birthplace of Tango. Did you know the world's most passionate dance was born in the ports of Buenos Aires? Say hello to tango, Argentina's gift to rhythm, emotion, and global culture. It began in the late 19th century, shaped by the soulful fusion of European immigrants, enslaved Africans, and native communities. It wasn't just a dance, it was how people expressed longing, love, and survival. Tango is raw, intense, and full of tension. It's not just steps, it's a conversation without words, a slow-motion battle between emotion and elegance. Today, tango is everywhere in Argentina, from subway platforms to restaurants, even soccer culture. The national team is nicknamed the Tango Dancers. And if you visit Buenos Aires, don't miss a milonga night. These public tango gatherings start with free lessons at 7 p.m. and then boom, you're twirling with strangers till midnight. By 2025, the city has even launched Tango for Tourists programs to help visitors feel the real heartbeat of Argentina. If you'd love to feel that fire in a milonga night, comment "Tango Time" below. Let's see how many of us are ready to dance with the spirit of Buenos Aires. Number 14. A festival dedicated to garlic. What kind of country crowns a garlic king and queen each year? Only Argentina, where food isn't just delicious, it's worth celebrating with a full-blown festival. Every November, in the sleepy farming town of Metanos, the National Garlic Festival, Fiesta Nacional del Ajo, comes to life. You'll see garlic floats, smell sizzling dishes in cooking competitions, and witness the grand coronation of royalty wearing garlic-themed sashes. It's not just fun. It honors a crop that fuels the local economy and generations of hard-working families. But hold on to your sombrero. Argentina's not done partying. From January through March, Gualeguaychú's carnival unleashes Rio-level chaos with samba dances, glitter, and late-night parades. And in March, wine lovers flock to Mendoza's Vendimia Festival, a vibrant tribute to the grape harvest, featuring floats, concerts, tastings, and the majestic crowning of the Harvest Queen. I met Elena, whose father's garlic farm almost shut down during a drought. She said, "This festival reminds us we're not just farmers, we're part of something bigger." What about you? Would you dress up to honor garlic, dance in feathers till sunrise, or sip wine under the Andes moonlight? Number 15. Cost of living. Ever dreamed of living like royalty on a backpacker's budget? That's not a fantasy. It's Argentina in 2025. With a total monthly cost ranging from $700 to $1,400, you can rent, eat, work out, and still have money left for wine. In cities like Buenos Aires or Cordoba, a one-bedroom apartment runs just $480 to $750. Head to charming spots like Mendoza or Salta, and it drops to as low as $150. Cook at home for under $250 a month, or dine out daily. Meals cost $4 to $8. Not a typo. Public transit is smooth and dirt cheap, with monthly passes under $15. For fitness, gyms go for $20 to $40, or join free Zumba in public plazas. This isn't budget travel, it's budget lifestyle goals, and it's making digital nomads and slow travelers rethink everything. So, if your money went further, how far would you go? And remember, Argentina doesn't whisper. It sings, sizzles, and stomps with passion. Whether it's a midnight milonga, a garlic crown, or gelato that rivals Rome, this country dares you to feel more, eat louder, and live later, still craving more. Check out the next episode where we uncover another land full of wild contrasts, hidden gems, and unforgettable stories. This isn't just travel, it's living with your eyes wide open. Thanks for being part of the journey. See you next time. Keep wondering with a CT travel documentary.